This is the women's doubles round of 16 match. Rachel Rohrbacher, Anna Bright, the number 2 seed, taking on Leigh Sleeth and Genie Bouchard. Genie Bouchard getting better and better each week, and then this happens. It all comes crashing down. Oh my gosh. Watch this one more time. Ball trickles off the net. She's like, I got it! And then just takes down everything. I love how she's trying to hold the net up by the tape. She's like, no, I got it. Don't worry. It's fine. And then she's like stepping on it. At least she's okay. I guess it could have been really bad. She almost fell flat on her face. Anna Bright's like, oh, you're on the net. You can't do that. Every now and then you see this happen at like open play. Somebody who just started playing and is like, I'm gonna be the most athletic person on the court.
Oh dear.
It's just so awkward too because it's on championship court. Like everybody's watching, and that's gotta feel good for Anna Bright. Like you hit such a perfect shot off the net that it was literally impossible to hit and cause someone to fly through the net.
Genie just could not stop.
There was no way she was gonna hit that shot anyways. Leigh Sleeth is like, haha, yep, it's so funny. Yeah, she's like trying to force a laugh. She's like, we're down 6-0. I'll tell you right now, this was not the only time the net came into play in a major way. We had a lot of funny moments. This weekend was incredible in so many different ways. We had some amazing matches, some crazy comebacks, tons of upsets, and we had a ton of moments with players getting angry at fans, at players, at the balls. Everything. This weekend was chaotic. I don't know how I'm going to fit this all into one episode. We've got a lot to get into. Welcome to the Sorry Not Sorry Pickleball Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Cali. This week, we're at the Orange County Cup in San Clemente, one of the best stops on the PPA Tour. This was probably one of the best weekends all year long. I'm so excited to get into this one. But before we do, if you guys wouldn't mind, go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel in case you're not already subscribed. Also, hit that notification bell. That way, the minute I drop a new episode, you're going to find out about it. Share this show with your pickleball friends too. A lot of people play pickleball, but not enough people watch it. Maybe if you share this video, we could get some more eyes on the sport. Also, leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you thought about this weekend. What was your favorite part? What did you think about Genie Bouchard running into the net like that? Have you ever had something like that happen to you? Have you ever seen anything like that? If so, tell me the story down in the comments below. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into this week's episode.
This is the new and improved forgiveness. Forgiveness is more than saying sorry. I'm sorry. Forgiveness.
I'm not sorry I took the money.
All right, well, before we get started, I gotta give a shout out to pickleballcentral.com. Pickleballcentral.com is the reason why this show is able to exist, so let's go ahead and support them. If you use this promo code right here, that's gonna help you out on your order, and I'm telling you, they got everything on this website, so if you need anything pickleball related, just go right to pickleballcentral.com. And make sure you use SNS15 at your checkout. They even have a 4th of July sale where you could save up to 54%. That seems like an odd number, but still, that's a pretty good little discount right there. Okay, one thing that I recently just got that I love is these librarian foam pickleballs. So basically these are like super soft pickleballs, or not pickleballs, but they're the same weight and somewhat of a similar bounce to a pickleball. But really the best thing to do with this is you could just use a paddle and hit against a wall in your home, and it's not gonna, be all loud. I live in an apartment, so, I can't just be hitting a pickleball against a wall. But sometimes I want to do some wall drills while I'm just hanging out. So if you're like me, this is a great idea. It's only $12.99 to get a pack of these. Check it out. Can you even hear this? Maybe you could hear it. I didn't really even hear it. So whether you're getting one of those foam pickleballs, or you're getting some shoes, maybe some socks, maybe a new pickleball paddle, whatever it is, definitely go head on over to pickleballcentral.com and make sure that you use promo code SNS15 at your checkout and go get yourself some cool pickleball stuff. All right, we're going to start with women's doubles. We're going to go to the semifinal match between Hurricane Tara Black and Paris Todd. They're taking on Tina Pisnik and Jessie Irvine. First off, very interesting fashion choices by both teams. We got Team Black Clothes versus Team Orange Clothes. Fired by Tina Pisnik here on 6-3, and look at that counter. I don't really think about fashion too much, but one thing I can't escape out of my mind that I'm just so curious about is the fact that they wore this outfit for all their women's doubles matches. And it's progression draw this weekend. So that means that they wore this outfit Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and here on Saturday. I mean, do they get it like dry cleaned every night? Do they like wash it in their hotel sink? Do they just have like 5 different outfits to wear of the same thing? Is there a laundry unit at the facility? I'm so curious about this. I can't imagine they're just wearing the same sweaty clothes every day. If you know the answer to this, please comment down below, because I need to know the answer to this. So here in game 1, Paris Todd, Tyra up 10-7. Game point. That one's wide. So they take game 1, 11-7. All right, so game 2, check this out. This was kind of wild. I'm going to put a counter down below. Watch this. Paris Todd returning in the net. That's 1. 3-2 here. Check this out. Number 2 in the net. 5-2 here. Paris returning again. Don't put it in the net, Paris. Oh, she almost does. Off the net. It's still alive. And then watch this. Jessie, Tina, back on defense. Just trying to pop everything back in there. Great shot by Tina. Drops it in and off the net. Oh, Tyra can't handle it. So they get the point. 6-2 now. 6-2 coming to Paris. In the net again. Oh my goodness. 8-2 now. Paris. No. Oh, that wasn't even close. What is happening? Paris has the yips with her return. What is that, 4 now in this game alone? 10-2 now. Game point, another one. Oh my gosh, that's 5 points given up off missed returns in the net. Not even like a return long or something like that. Absolutely nuts. In between games, I noticed that Paris Todd actually went to the bathroom, so maybe that's what happened. I've played before where I really have to pee, and it is so distracting. So maybe that's what happened there, because she came in game 3, she was fine. A little bit. So this is 2-1 here in game 3, and watch this. How about a little hands battle? Jessie dropping in, very slow to get to the kitchen line. Eventually she'll make and starts firing. Here we go. Smacking the crap out of the ball. Both of them, my goodness. 2-2 now. By the way, the commentator, Mish, who's sitting right here, brought her dog this weekend. We got a new top 5 pickleball dog. Look how cute he is. Watch out, Basil. So it's 6-5 here. Paris, Tyra, down by 1, trying to tie this thing up. And look at this. Paris and Tyra are going to get on the attack. We start with some dinking, and look at that. Tyra fires. They're handling everything, just resetting it perfectly. Jessie and Tina are some of the best resetters in the game. Look at this. Get their way back up. All right, we're back to dinking now. Who's going to pull it off? Somebody going to speed up or dink in the net? It's Paris. Of course it is. So 8-6 here. Paris Todd. Tyra down by 2. Trying to keep themselves in this thing. Dinking cross court to Jessie. Then to Tina. Tyra getting involved. Tyra going back to Tina. Cross court, Jessie hits one high to Paris. She fires away. Here we go. Paris finishes. It's 8-7 now. 1 point game. Jessie and Tina end up getting it to a match point here in 10-7, and look what happens. Paris Todd in the net. What the heck happened there? Of course it ends like that. So Tina Pisnik, Jessie Irvine, heading to the gold medal match for women's doubles. And so to the gold medal match we go, and look who they're going to take on. Who else? Of course, it's Catherine Parenteau and Annalie Waters. So game 1, we got a blowout on our hands. It is 8-1 here. But you never know. Maybe Jessie and Tina could come back in it. Look at this. They just start firing on them. Any chance they get. Lob taken by Jessie. And then here we go. Little firefight. Reset by Tina. Dinkin. Left up high. Attacked by Catherine. But Tina finishes. Look at that. It's 8-2 now. Okay. So 10-2. Game point for Waters and Parenteau. Parenteau going to drop it in. Jessie trying to attack. Keep him back. They're doing a good job on D, but that one's long. And so Parenteau's Water. They take this one 11-2. So 2-2 here in game 2. And check this out. Start with a little bit of dinking. And then we're going to get a dink off the net. Jessie gets to it. ATP. Game 2 a little bit closer. It's 10-6 here. Game point for Waters and Parenteau. That one sails long. So they take this one 11-6. So here we are at 10-8. Keep getting closer and closer. Maybe if it was a best 4 out of 7. Unfortunately, it's not, though. So on match point, Catherine Parenteau Dinks it in the perfect spot. Tina puts it in the net. And another gold medal goes to Annalie Waters and Catherine Parenteau. All right, guys, before we move on, I got to give a shout out to my favorite underwear company, Sheath Underwear. To me, Sheath Underwear is the underwear to wear when you're playing pickleball. Ever since I got into pickleball, this is the underwear that I want to play in. If you head on over to sheathunderwear.com and you use this promo code, Sorry Not Sorry, that's going to give you 20% off your order. I mean, this stuff is just high quality, and honestly, it comes at a pretty good price for how good it is. They're definitely known for their men's underwear because it's got, you know, the dual pouch. If you don't know what a dual pouch is, well, they call it sheath underwear. Sheath as in what you put your sword into. And so if you're a guy and you can imagine what your sword is that goes into a sheath anyways, it's just really nice and comfortable. Great material. It's perfect for sweating in. They have women underwear too, so ladies, go ahead and grab yourself a pair as well. I've had a ton of people reach out, tell me that they're getting Sheath underwear. Everybody that I know has it is happy with it. If I don't have Sheath underwear clean and ready to go, I will literally do laundry. I will not play pickleball. That's the only thing to get me to not play pickleball is when I have laundry to do and I don't have Sheath underwear to wear. So once again, head on over to sheathunderwear.com, use promo code Sorry Not Sorry. That'll get you 20% off your order. You deserve to be comfortable. You deserve to have some good underwear. So go get yourself some. All right, we got men's doubles coming up next. We're going to go to Wednesday, where pickleball was shown on ESPN. Well, ESPN 2, but still, pretty big deal. Although it was kind of weird that they showed a round of 32 match. Either way, I guess ESPN had an open spot and pickleball took advantage of it. Of course, they're going to have Ben and Colin. They're taking on Eric Roddy and Casey Diamond. And you just know, if you're on ESPN, you got to make a cool play. Tried it there. I love the effort, but that might make not top 10. Here it's 3-1. Diamond and Roddy up. Look at that. Body bag against Colin. Oh, I love that. Somebody's sitting in a bar at this moment just laughing so hard at him. Very next point, 4-1 here. Check this out. I'm telling you, if you know you're on ESPN, you got to do something cool. Look at this. Diving play. Makes the shot. Gets it over the net. Now they got to finish it. You could have a top 10 play, but no. Ben finishes. He wasn't even the only one to have a diving shot. Check this out. Of course, it's Elise Jones. Watch this. Coming into the kitchen line. She's playing with Zane Navratil in mixed doubles against Travis Rettenmeyer and Megan Dazan. And look at this. A lob. Megan slams it. Zane pops it up. Travis tries to play it short and dives and gets it. Zane lobs to get her some time. Travis finishes. Still very impressive. Check this out one more time. Oh, nice shot. I wish they won that point. So it's 8-9 here. I mean, this would be crazy if Roddy and Diamond could pull off an upset on ESPN in the round of 32, which is below everybody's minds. Anyways, here they are trying to make their way to the kitchen line. Ben, dead center of the court, trying to take over. You know, people who haven't watched pickleball are like, why is that guy taking all the balls? He's such a ball hog. Nice gets from Colin there. Keeps them alive in this thing. Some dinking, cross court. This is going to be quite a lengthy rally, but it's a good one. More dinking, more dinking. Somebody's like watching this right now thinking, is this all it is? Then they're like, okay, cool, a lob. Ben tracks that down. Backhand, drop. Another lob. They both go for it. Colin able to scoop that one in. Slam. Ben gets it. Ben lobs it up himself. Colin gets it. Another lob. Just trying to stay alive. Ben drives it. Colin drops it. Here we go. They're back. And then Ben finishes. How did they get that? My goodness. That's why they're the #1 seed. Anyways, they end up taking game 1, 11-9. Here in game 2, it's 10-4. Match point for them. Of course, they're going to win. How disappointing. We could have had something cool on ESPN. What was interesting about this, though, is as we all know, if you win a match, you're going to have a little interview afterwards. But immediately after, check this out. Ben packs up his bag. He's out. He looks upset.
The Johns brothers must have had some early dinner reservations because they took off after the match.
Oh, yeah, it's just dinner. So not sure why they didn't do it, but it did kind of make everybody ask the question, is he upset about something? Well, anyways, let's go to the next match on ESPN 2 in the round of 32. It's Tyler Loom and James Ignatowicz teaming up to take on Hunter and Yates Johnson. This is an interesting match to have in the round of 32. Johnson's took game 1, and look at this shot from James Ignatowicz. He does this shot all the time. Check this out. ATP backhand flick. Are we gonna just call this shot the Ignatowicz? Look at that. He even made the top 10, the number 3 spot.
Professional pickleball.
Oh yeah.
Orange County Cup. Check out James Ignatowicz with a behind the back flick around the post for the winner. Ignatowicz, incredible shot to win the point there.
That wasn't the only time we saw this shot this weekend. Check this out. Mitch Hargraves in the round of 64 gonna do the James Ignatowicz. A little bit slower, but he gets it to land. Da-na-na, da-na-na. It was number 11 on the SportsCenter top 10. Here on 9-4, Tyler Loom, he wanted to make it on to top 10 for ESPN as well. Check this out. They're back on D. Watch Tyler Loom. Gonna hit a ball. Tweener through the legs. Kind of hard to see at this angle, but he just hit a tweener. Got it in. Now they just got to finish, and they do. Nice shot for ESPN, but sorry, you didn't make the top 10. And so Tyler Loom, James Ignatowicz, they end up taking this one in the third game, 11-3. And even though Ben and Colin didn't do an interview, we definitely got one from Tyler Loom and James Ignatowicz. Check this out.
But no, I think one of the things I try to do is just eat a lot of food and get a lot of sleep and hydrate.
Good advice.
Those are the main things. Just eat a lot, go Jimmy Miller, and just kind of get out there and play the next day.
You got it, guys.
Look at Tyler's face. He's like, okay, that was my co-host of my podcast. You just made a fat joke about. Wow. On ESPN, taking shots at Jimmy Miller.
Things. Just eat a lot, go Jimmy Miller, and just kind of get out.
Oh, that is just brutal. I don't think they're boys like that. I don't know. He's smiling about it. Oh my gosh, I'm cringing so much.
You got it, guys. Moving on. Congratulations.
Tyler's face cracks me up. This was so awkward. All right, next up, let's go to the round of 16. Ben and Colin taking on Colin Schick and Noah Cliff. And we got to talk about this rally. This may have been the longest dink rally in pickleball history. I got to fast forward through this one or we'll be here forever. Check this out, off the net, ATP defended! Cliff comes in, they switch. The rally continues. Sped up by Ben again, they're defending it well. Two-hand, wow, and Cliff finishes. Holy crap, that was so long. That was 137 shots in that rally. So long. Look at the ATP defended, so perfect. They execute the switch and they end up winning the point. That is crazy. Speaking of dinking people to death, J-Dub, Dylan, during their match, look what we saw. Because we all know dinking isn't the most exciting thing. Look at this. Anna Bright passed out. Men's doubles can be boring at times because of all the dinking, especially if it's a 137 shot rally. I don't know if it's so much a boring match. Honestly, this is just a great venue to sleep at. I've done this myself. I've been watching on Championship Court. It's kind of like a little grassy bench. It's the perfect place to take a little nap. All right, next up, let's talk about the quarterfinal match for Ben and Colin. They're taking on Hayden Patriquin and Pablo Tellez. This may have been my favorite match of all time in pickleball, and I'll show you why in a little bit. So here we go in game one. It's 3-1. Patriquin and Tellez up. Listen to Colin here on this drop.
Second serve.
It's so bad. He may be talking about the ball. Ben and Colin all week were so frustrated at the ball.
Oh, trash! Point! Trash!
The ball is trash. Smacks the ball. Why don't they give him ball abuse? Shout out to Memes of Pickleball for grabbing this.
So he had
an opportunity to get the game point.
He's so mad.
Capitalize, but I think he needs to feel good about where he's at and just keep working on.
Same thing happens here on 4-3, game 2 of this singles match. Check this out. Ball just doesn't come up. Ben's like, you gotta be kidding me. He's over it at this point. Oh, man. I would be frustrated, too.
I think a ball that takes a bad bounce is to Ben as to what a let court is for Colin Johns.
Interesting you say that, Mish. This was in the round of 32. Check this out. Ben gonna hit a drop. Hunter hits one on the line. Doesn't bounce.
It's a base.
He's so mad. Anyways, back to the match. Oh, we got another one of these. Let's see what this one's all about. I'm poking you. He's poking me. I guess he poked me. We're brothers. So 8-3 here. Check this out. Trying to keep the Johns brothers back. They're staying back. Pablo Tellez all over it. He's engaged. And then overhead. Foot fault.
Oh, this is going to be. Keep an eye.
He lets out a scream. Pablo Tellez. He is no stranger to getting frustrated at many things. Not just foot faults. It seemed like everybody was getting upset this weekend. Let's rewind to a mixed doubles match on the round of 16.
That was so good.
Uh-oh, somebody said that was so good. Colin Johns gets mad at net cords. Ben Johns gets mad at bad bounces with the Vulcan ball. Pablo Tellez, he gets mad at random fans cheering on his opponents. Check this out. Pablo gonna hit a shot off the net. Oh!
Go to every tournament, nobody likes you, you're still here.
Oh, wow. Aggressive.
Verbal warning.
He gets a verbal warning. He gave that fan a verbal warning. He gave him a point, too. He's like, I'm coming after you. And then check this out. On the top left corner, the end of the game, they lose. And look at Pablo. Looks at the fan. Oh, he gives him the middle finger. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another middle finger incident in pickleball. The second by Pablo Tellez. So if you're keeping track at home, real clear stats, get on it. Who's got the most middle fingers? I think Pablo's in the lead with 2 now. That was not the only verbal warning we had this weekend. There were so many, especially on this court for some reason. Which, by the way, Close Call Replay was doing the stream here. They had microphones set up, good angles.
Sir, it counts. I said 4-5-2. I said hold up. You can't come unready after I call the score.
Donald Young here, very upset with the ref. He's like, I said to hold up. I was trying to get the sign. Ref's like, no, you can't be unready once you're ready. I called the score.
I said hold on before you serve. I said hold on.
Getting escalated. What's gonna happen?
Sir, he ain't saying wait. He's showing me a sign. That's a not to get ready. Point count.
Okay, no big deal. Donald Young, he's quiet now. Very next point.
Come on. Side out. Hold on, lie, ref. Verbal warning.
He said, ball don't lie, ref. Ref thought about it and he's like, that's a verbal warning.
Ball don't lie is a verbal warning? Yes, because what's your say that?
It doesn't say it in the rule book because that isn't a rule. You should be able to say ball don't lie. This wasn't the only time Donald Young got frustrated this weekend. Check that paddle throw out after getting pickled in the round of 64. That wasn't even the only paddle throw we had this weekend. Check this one out. Alshon loses in the 3rd game. Whew! Tosses the paddle. That wasn't even the most frustrated we saw somebody this weekend. How about this for a player getting frustrated? Watch this. Julian Arnold playing against Amar Wazir. I don't even know who that is. Hits the net, just barely clips it. Julian getting frustrated. Starting to let this game slip away from him. Calls a timeout.
That wheel on the bottom supposed to be up. It's down all game.
He's saying that the net here doesn't have a wheel on the bottom and that it could be causing the net to be a little bit lower than it should be.
These nets are supposed to have a wheel right here that goes like this. This bar shouldn't be on the ground, so I don't know what's right. Make any sense. It's like constant. Oh, you see that net? That has a wheel in the middle.
All we care about is
Yeah, but it plays differently. If this is lower, then this has to be tighter. That's why every net cord he hits goes like this instead of like this.
So the refs are saying we measured it. It's the right height. But Julian's saying if that bar is sinking down, it's going to affect the tightness of the net, which is going to cause the ball to do different things once it hits it. I don't know how accurate that is, but it seems plausible. So it's 4-4 now. Check this out. We're going to listen in.
Where's my fucking moment?
Technical warning.
Where's my fucking let cord? So we got a technical warning for that. That's his first. Check this point out. Hits the net.
Technical warning.
Oh, his second.
I can hear you. That's a loss of a point.
Oh, and he loses a point.
Technical warning.
I'm talking to myself.
I can hear you.
I'm not yelling. You're right here 2 feet away from me. If you were a tennis umpire, you wouldn't be able to hear me? Come on now. Come on. This is a close match. You're going to do that.
I'm going to do that. I told you before, no swearing. I gave you plenty of warning.
Where in the rulebook does it say no swearing? He said no, like screaming. I'm not screaming at the crowd.
I said no swearing. That's the second time I've heard it.
Oh my God.
Timeout receivers, 4-1, 1 minute.
It's a joke. You want everyone to be robots out here? The sport's going to die. No, I want another ref. No, I want you to do the right thing and not call a point penalty when we're having a great match.
He called his bluff. Like, do you really want me to call another ref? Because I will.
Talk to myself. Just because I'm a verbal player doesn't mean you have to fault me.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Let McEnroe like scream his head off. He doesn't get point penalty. We gotta be saints out here.
No. All right. Timeout.
No, it's just a timeout.
Oh no, it's not a timeout.
What it is a joke.
Julian, flip it.
I called the head ref out if you'd like.
What is the head ref gonna do? He wasn't here to see it. You made a poor ruling when I barely verbalized anything. Nothing. Anyone else here offended? No?
We heard it though.
I was a little.
He goes to the crowd. Were you guys even offended? Somebody's like, I was a little bit. So Julian loses a point for getting his second technical warning. Anyways, back to this quarterfinal match. I guess the point I'm trying to make is there were a lot of moments with players filled with rage, and we haven't even gotten to the best one yet. Here we are. It's 10-8. Game point for Ben and Colin. Look at this. Pablo and Hayden able to get 8 points here. Can they keep themselves alive? Keeping the Johns brothers back on the baseline. Pablo lets it bounce. Still able to keep them back. And then look at that nice little short drop shot. Goes over to Ben. Then to Colin. Oh, they still got him back there. What's going to happen? Pablo trying to put it away. Big lob. Lets it bounce. Big swing. How about another? Somebody put it away, please. Nothing's working. My goodness. Hands battle. Oh, it's too long. Hayden couldn't finish. What a rally to end this first game. So Ben and Colin win this one 11-8. So game two, look at this. Patriquin and Tellez come out strong. It is 10-3. Game point for them off the net there. Oh, look at that. They take game two. We're headed to game three. So look at this. Game three. Pablo, Hayden, up 3-0. Off the net to Colin Johns. Get mad, Colin. Look at him. He's like, what the heck? That hit the net. You've got to be kidding me. So 4-0. Check this point out. Drive from Tellez. Drops it in. Ben tries to speed up. Hands battle. Softened by Colin. Little bit of dinking. And then we're going to get a lob from Pablo. Ben tracks it down. Colin slows it down to a dink and an ATP from Ben. Nice shot. So still 4-0 here. We're going to get this really fun rally. Check this out. Hayden drops it in. Working his way into the kitchen. They get there. Dinking it to Ben's backhand. We're going to keep going for that. Trying to get him out wide so they can go through the middle. Was working sometimes. We're going to keep going for it. Pablo going over to Colin. Again, going for Ben's backhand. Then they try to go middle. Ben, hands battle. Let's go. Softened. Slowed down by Colin. Back to Dinkin. Hayden hits the lob. Colin grabs it. And now we're back to Dinkin. Trying to get up to the kitchen. Sped up again. Oh, just a little long. Great rally. Once again, it's 4-0. Check this point out. Drop by Pablo. And then look at this. Ernie from Colin. Firefight. Ben, hold it down. In the net. 5-0 now. He's hugging Hayden. Colin Johns Starting to get so mad. Look at him right here. Talking to the ball. He's like, you are trash. He gives a fuck you to the ball. He is so heated. Colin Johns reminds me of Happy Gilmore. Hits the net.
Son of a bitch, ball. Why didn't you just go home? That's your home. Are you too good for your home? Answer me. Suck my white ass ball.
Just go to your home. What are you, too good for your home? So it's 5-2. Ben and Colin down by 3, and look at this drive in the net. Colin, no! Why?
They were in deep trouble unwinding the stack there.
Oh, he's heating up. He's still talking to himself about it. So Patriquin and Tellez were up 9-3. It's now 9-4. Johns are serving. Look at that one off the net. And then watch this. We're going to get another net cord in just a second. Check this one out. Ben dinks it. Oh, can't get to it. Look at Colin. He's like, thank you, Lord. So 9-5 now. Ben and Colin up at the kitchen. Let's speed up. Let's get a little firefight. Here we go. Everybody get involved. Who's going to win? Oh, just wide. So 9-5 now. Colin drops it. Oh, hits the net. Is he going to get mad? Let's see. And he does. I'm literally in the background cracking up. Look at me. It was so funny to watch this live. So 9-5 still. Check this out. Ben is going to redeem things. Gets a little ATP there. More talking to the ball. It's 10-6. Check this point out. Oh, off the net there. Goes the Johns' way. We got backwards hat Ben in action. You know it's getting serious when you see him with a backwards hat. Firefight, let's go. Oh my gosh, he's getting everything. They're trying to put it away. They can't. What amazing gets. We're back to dinking. Gosh, this rally is great. This game is great. More dinking, more dinking. They're pulling him out wide. And then firefight. Oh, they can't get that one. So Patriquin and Tellez had 10-5 match point on their paddle. It's now 10-8. Running out of time. Just feels like Ben and Colin are going to come back. Look at that Ernie from Colin off the net. Gosh. This is crazy. We got some dinking going on. I feel nervous watching this. I can't imagine them playing it. Ben dinking everything. He's all over the court. And then here we go. Sped up by Hayden. Slowed down by Colin. Back to dinking. Colin dink. Little aggressive dink. Who's going to speed up? What's going to happen? The build up, the speed up. Oh, and it's just out. Oh, so Ben and Colin survive another match point attempt. So 10-8 now. Here comes Ben and Colin. Watch this. Colin is going to drive his third off the net. It's in. He fist bumps. He's like, yes, I finally got one. He's like, things are finally starting to go my way. This is just the craziest match ever. This point right here, especially too. It's 10-9. So Ben and Colin trying to tie things up. This is so intense right here. Ben and Colin have been under a ton of pressure lately because they have not been winning in men's doubles. ATP defended by Ben, the clean winner, to tie it up at 10. Are you kidding me? They were down 10-5, and now they've tied it. We're getting extra pickle in this third game. So 10-10, first serve, Ben and Colin. Ben, backhand drop. Tries to attack. They're playing good D. Oh, that one's off the net, and Pablo hits it long. And we've got a match point for Ben and Colin. Can they complete the comeback? Watch this again after the point. Keep an eye on Hayden Patriquin. He is upset. He's going to get a verbal warning, and then it turns into a technical warning.
Unbelievable.
All you do is technical warning for profanity.
He said, all you do is bitch at that. So 11-10, match point for Ben and Colin. Ben drives it in. He's going to go after Hayden, and Hayden attacks Colin. Keeps them alive. Second serve now. Trying to take this match. Drive from Ben. Drop from Colin. Hayden attacks again. They hold him off. A chance to tie it. And Ben is so upset. doing the this thing, whatever this is, the shoulder shrug, like hand thing. So here we go. Big H and Pablo Tellez trying to tie this thing up at 11. Hayden, Patriquin, get big, go after Colin. It works. Tied up at 11. 11-11. This was the point of the match. Check this out. That ball looked out. They call it in. They don't want to hook him. Colin Johns off the net on the Ernie. He is so mad. Look at him freaking out. Oh, man. On 11-11. They take the lead on a net cord from an Ernie. He's like, why? Oh my goodness, the perfect thing to happen. Look how pissed he is. I'm in the background dying laughing. I was cracking up at him, laughing so hard at this. Oh man, it rolled all the way along the net. And so next point, Pablo drives in, drops this one in. They gotta back up. They're back on D. Ben trying to get them the angle. They're dropping it back in. Pablo, the drop. He can't get up. Hayden, nice volley. Comes in and attacks. And they do it. Hayden Patriquin and Pablo Tellez. The underdogs win. Oh my goodness. What a match. We had everything. Big H. He is coming up. Pablo Tellez and Big H played excellent when they needed to. Colin Johns storming off, all pissed off. So they end up making their way to the gold medal match. They defeated Jack Monroe and Julian Arnold in the semifinal. That was a fun match too. If you have time, worth checking out. But we're going to jump here to the gold medal match where they're taking on J.W. Johnson and Dylan Frazier. So what's crazy about this gold medal match is that 2 weeks ago, J-Dub and Dylan were playing Federico Staksrud and Hayden Patriquin. Hayden and Staksrud ended up coming out on top and won the gold medal. So now Pablo is playing with Hayden, trying to beat them for the gold medal, which is interesting because Pablo and Fed used to play together. They split up, and now it's like, hey, who's better between the two of us? This is the ultimate test. They both were able to beat Ben Johns, but now can they both beat J-Dub and Dylan? So game one, it's 3-2 here. J-Dub and Dylan up. They're dinkers, but so is Hayden. Look at that aggressive dink. It's a nice angle. So Tellez and Patriquin up 5-3 here. Check this out. Drop from Patriquin on his back foot. Another drop trying to get in. They're successful. We're going to dink. Except J-Dub fires. Getting everything. Look at this. Back to dinking. Good gets there. We're going to attack again. Pablo. Nice dink in. Here we go. And no. There we go. J-Dub fires. Firefight off the net. Oh, what a grab by Hayden. And then look at this. The lob gets the rebound. And look at that in the net. Hayden and Pablo come out on top of that one. What a point. So 10-7 here for Frazier and Johnson. Game point, and they're going to take this one 11-7 here in game one. Game two, same score, 10-7 on game point for J-Dub and Dylan. And they're just going to dink people to death. That's their game, and they're sticking to it. See, they just open up that middle. Pablo Tellez does not like to hit a backhand dink, and it got him into trouble. So game two, it's 2-0. J-Dub and Dylan up. We're going to get a drop by Pablo. We'll get to some dinking, of course. But it's going to get broken up in a little bit with some action. Promise it's worth it. ATP from Pablo. ATP from Hayden. Pablo's there in the middle to hang on to the other ball. We're back to dinking, though. Good defense from J-Dub and Dylan. Now we're back to dinking. The lob from Pablo hits it perfect. Drop volley. Oh, and Dylan can't come up and get it. So Pablo, Hayden, get it to 2-1. So match point here in game three, 10-6 for J.W. Johnson and Dylan Frazier. We'll start off with some dinking, pulling Pablo out wide again. Be careful of that middle. Dylan gives it to Hayden to switch it up. Attack from Pablo, but the net stops it. ATP defended by Pablo. Hayden's there to cover the middle. We're still going. What's going to happen? The lob from Dylan. Tracked down. J-Dub with the overhead slam. Tries to put it in the middle. They're getting everything out wide finally. Hits the winner. And so J.W. Johnson, Dylan Frazier take the gold medal once again. So what's cool about this win for J-Dub and Dylan, more specifically for Dylan, is that he is now the #1 player in men's doubles on the PPA Tour. He's got the most points. The point system is a little bit weird. I think they changed it. I don't know exactly how it works. I think it's just like from the 16 best tournaments you've had over the last 52 weeks, or sorry, 52 weeks. I don't know. It's very confusing. Either way, whatever the metric is, he is the #1 player in men's doubles. And really, it's just a matter of the fact that Ben and Colin have not been playing well the last 5 tournaments for men's doubles. I wonder what his secret is. How was he able to achieve this?
Yeah, I don't change my underwear for the duration of the tournament.
Interesting. I got to try that. All right, guys, before we move on, I got to give a shout out to Aim It Pickleball. Do you not know what Aim It Pickleball is yet? This thing is awesome. It's a training tool that you could just fold up and use and bring with you. As you can see in this video, you hit all your shots into it. It's the perfect thing to aim for. When most people are doing drilling, I always see these videos of like cones on the ground or something like that, you know, using like a water bottle. But that's not really the best way to train. When you're hitting your shots, are you thinking about a place on the ground, or are you thinking about a space up kind of like in the air? Pickleball is all about angles. Anyways, I've had so many of my shots improved by using this thing. I want you to have the same result. So head on over to aimitpickleball.com, and when you do, you could use promo code SORRY. That's going to get you a little bit off of your order. If you want to improve your dinks, your drops, your serves, your drives, whatever, literally every shot, this is how you're going to do it. So once again, head on over to aimitpickleball.com, use promo code SORRY on your order, and start working on those shots. All right, next up, we're going to do mixed doubles. We're going to start here at this semifinal match. We got J.W. Johnson playing with his sister, Georgia Johnson, and they're taking on Ben and Anna Leigh. So Ben and Anna Leigh in game 1, up 7-3. Johnson's trying to come back. Ben dominating, trying to keep them back. Anna Leigh on that right side. Ben hits the Ernie. Nice sharp angle. So game point for Ben and Anna Leigh, 10-3 here. Hits Georgia on the run and gets them into trouble. But he's got to stay persistent. Look at this little battle, but they come out on top. So they take game 1, 11-3. So game 2, it's 0-3 here. Check this out. Ben gonna dink. J-Dub speeds it up, pops that one up. Nice lob, gets on the back line. J-Dub hits a lob himself. Overhead from Ben. How about a firefight? Let's go. Against Georgia Johnson. She is not afraid to go at Ben. Let's go. Wizard with the flick. J-Dub comes out on top. Gets it to 4-0 against Ben and Anna Leigh. So JW and Georgia up 8-4 here. Sizable lead against Ben and Anna Leigh. This is big. So can they pull off this second game? Let's see. Ben getting his way in there, and then firefight against Georgia. Gets J-Dub involved. Georgia comes out on top. Look at her. Great hands. So still 8-4 here. Ben and Anna Leigh trying to come up, but J-Dub is just ridiculous with his flick. I mean, it's like none of the rest of his body moves. Look at that. Flicks for days. Keeping him back. Pops it up. The overhead. Georgia comes in to clean it up. She's got to keep going. J-Dub finishes. Wow, look at them. They're killing it today. So check this out. Game point for J.W. Johnson and Georgia against the #1 seed, Ben and Anna Leigh. And look at that. They take it. So we're going to game 3 to decide who's going to the gold medal match. So game 3, it's 5-2. J-Dub and Georgia have a lead. This is big. Anna Leigh dinking to Georgia. Georgia getting aggressive dinks. Pops that one up. Ben speeds up. We got a hands battle. Let's go. Who's going to come out on top? Oh my goodness. This is as good as it gets. Wow. Georgia trying to finish. Ben getting everything. Holy crap. What a point. I thought that was never going to end. So 9-4. Johnsons have the serve, trying to get this thing to a match point if they could pull this off. And they do. So J-Dub and Georgia had match point at 10-4 a few times. But Ben and Anna Leigh get the serve back. And here on 10-5, Anna Leigh dinking to Georgia. She's going to wait for her moment. Little aggressive dink in. And then she is going to pounce on a high ball. Attacks. Hits the counter. They've got it to 10-6 now. Uh-oh. This is not good. So Ben and Annalee down by 3. It's 10-7. Georgia, J-Dub trying to get the serve back. Can they do it? Nice little hands battle. Drop from Annalee. Fires again. And off the net. They get the serve back. A chance to win this. So they couldn't pull it off. And now it's 10-9. A chance for Ben and Annalee to tie it. Ben drives a third off the net. Oh, it's tied up at 10. They were down 10-4. 6 straight points unanswered. And just like that, they get a 7th. It's 11-10. Match point for Ben and Annalee. Ben drops it. We're at Dinkin. They're going after Georgia. But J-Dub is the one to miss the dink. And so Ben and Annalee are headed to the gold medal match. They had 8 straight unanswered points to come back and win this one. Man, I was really hoping J-Dub and Georgia could pull this one off, but hey, this just goes to show you how good of a team they are if they could come back. It did seem like Georgia and J-Dub started to just miss their shots more than Ben and Annalee were hitting theirs. But still, you got to be clutching those moments. All right, let's talk about the other mixed match that we have. We got Hayden Patriquin. He's teaming up with Vivian Glosman, and they're taking on Catherine Parenteau and Christian Alshon. He's back. He had surgery. He was out for a few weeks. This is his first tournament back in action. So we're going to jump to game 2. Alshon and Parenteau took game 1 11-3. This one looking like just as big of a gap. It's 6-2 here. But off this shot, they are going to get it to 7-2. So 5-point lead for them. So they end up getting it to 7-6. Patriquin and Glosman just down by a single point. And then here comes Glosman down the middle. Ties it up at 7. So 8-7 now. Glosman and Patriquin serving. Hayden drives hard. Ernie attempt from Christian. No good. And then look at that volley. Puts it in the perfect spot. So we're tied up at 8. So tied up at 8, we're going to get a ball switch. And Christian Alshon's like, can I give it to a fan sitting over there? I'm going to just hit it to him. Is that okay? Hits it. Oh, and it falls short. I was sitting right next to the kid that was calling for it. And it fell right behind this little hedge thing right here. Everybody was booing Christian. And he's like, I can't handle the boos. Please, ref, let me redeem myself. Give me one of those balls. The ref's like, really? Okay, we can't keep giving away balls, but fine. He's like, come on. Let me get another attempt. And he nails it. He gave it to the kid. Good for him. That's one happy kid right there. Look at him. So we got a match point for Alshon and Parenteau. It's 11-10. We got extra pickle here in game 2. And look at that shot. Backdoor on Christian. So another match point for Alshon and Parenteau. Hayden Patriquin is not going to let it happen. Look at him here. He's going to counter big time. He was ready for it. They get the serve back. Chance to tie it. All tied up at 11. Hayden drives the 3rd. Hits the 5th. Off the net on the 7th. He is pumped. Gets it to a game point. So game point here in game 2. And watch this. Off the net. Oh! Viv can't handle it. So we end up tied at 12. This game is nuts. Christian takes the 3rd. He's going to come crashing in and bam! Hits it to take the lead 13-12. So once again, a match point for Christian Alshon and Catherine Parenteau. Christian drops the 3rd. Catherine comes in and hits the 5th. And they win the match. What an excellent game 2 here. Christian Alshon, first tournament back, making it to a gold medal match here in mixed doubles.
First of all, what is up, San Clemente? Thanks for having us. Yeah.
I can't with this guy.
Yeah, it was a month ago yesterday. It was a GI-related surgery, so I'll save myself the embarrassment, not go into any detail.
He had diarrhea. All right, next up, we got the gold medal match. It's Ben Johns and Annalee Waters taking on Catherine Parenteau and Christian Alshon. Coach Leigh Waters on the sidelines rocking her Gucci gear. It was not cold out. She kind of forced the little blanket sweater thing. Kind of interesting situation for her because she's Christian Alshon's coach, but obviously Annalee's mom. So game 1, here we are at 7-0. Annalee and Ben crushing. Shake and bake doesn't quite work. Ben switched. He's on the right side. Annalee tries to hit the fadeaway shot. Christian and Catherine getting everything. That ball looked out. They play it in. Ben taking over the middle from the right side. All backhands. Here's a forehand. Keeping him back. Two-handed backhand. And that one sails long. So it's 8-0 now. Crushing here in game 1. And so 10-0. Game point. Pickle point. Look at that. In the net. They take game 1 11-0. Gosh, this is so boring. They're too good. So game 2, it's 2-0 here. Christian and Catherine still have not scored a point. But Christian, he's going to just get big in the middle. We're going to get into a fun little hands battle here in just a sec. Let's go. Christian taking over. Who's going to come out on top? Christian gets in Ben's face. Dude, it's your first point. They've scored 13 so far. Relax. So 5-2 now in game 2. Check this out. How about a little ATP from Christian? Leigh gets a piece of it, but that's long. Oh my gosh, they have the new video game coming out. I'm embarrassed for Pickleball with this video game. Look at what is happening here. This is 2024. This is the graphics we have. I mean, is this like an arcade game? If you're playing this at an arcade, okay. But I think they're trying to put this on like Xbox or PlayStation. So, why do not put them side by side? This is absolutely terrible. That is not Ben. That looks like Pablo. What is this? Look at Annalise fist bump. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is so bad. Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, PC. Okay, I will be getting it on PC and I will be playing this. Okay, apparently it's coming out in Q3 of 2024, so we got a few more months till it's out, but my goodness. Look at Leia. You know, they added the little arm patch thing for the diabetes. You know that they saw that and they're like, yup, we got a lot of detail in this game. Good graphics. Elise Jones, just no sponsorships. Is that Colin Johns rocking an Electrum shirt? They couldn't put Yola on him? Who even is that? Also, they couldn't fill out the stands. I mean, it's a fake game. Like, just fill them out. Make it like a big crowd. I've also only seen San Clemente. I hope they have other tour stops. Okay, my wish list for pickleball courts is definitely got to be Jamie Foxx's court. I don't know whose court this is, but this is also a nice one I see in LA. It's got like a glass fence in the back. That's a nice view. I want that. I want to play on there. Also, we gotta get Maddie Pickles' house on this video game. And I would love if Basil the dog just randomly walks in. I mean, seriously though, how is real life San Clemente gonna have a bigger crowd than video game San Clemente? I mean, did they just not take good screenshots? Either way, anyways, let's get back to the gold medal match. It's tied 7-7 here. We get this fun little rally. Leigh hits a nice shot. Takes the lead, 8-7. 10-7 here. It's game point for Ben and Leigh. Christian Alshon says, not yet. ATP. Leigh gets a piece of it again and can't keep it in. So they end up getting the serve back. Another game point here at 10-7. Christian Alshon trying to keep him back. And then what is that? Oh, gosh, this is just not good. So they take the second game 11-7. So game 3, it's 3-0. Look at this. Alshon and Parenteau have the lead. Leigh tries to fire with the two-handed backhand. Gets a little bit lucky on that net cord and then hits an ATP. Just clips the line. Gets it to 3-1. Look, I'm no fashion guy. I've said it before, but black hat and teal shirt. Is that teal? Say so, right? I feel like Lee Waters needs to be the coach for Colin's fashion wardrobe. Also, I mean, aviator sunglasses. I mean, what are we in the 70s? Are you a cop? It is fitting, I guess, because Colin is the fun police of pickleball. Just keeping an eye on things, making sure nobody's having too much fun. I'm just doing my job. So 3-3 here. Getting a little dink rally. Ben's waiting for his chance to pounce. When's he going to do it? Here he comes, Ernie. So 10-4, match point for Ben and Leigh. This point was going to give Colin a heart attack if he was playing on the court here. Watch this, what happens. Let cord, let cord, let cord. 3 in a row and out of bounds. My goodness, has that ever happened before? So match point once again. Leigh, Ben are going to take this one. 11-4. Christian almost snaps his paddle. He's learning. He hasn't had a real freak out moment in a while. I kind of miss them. All right, guys, before we move on, I want to give a quick shout out to a company that I love. It's Florida Pickleball Clothing Company. They hooked me up with this awesome shirt, Pickleball Gothic. I mean, I already love this painting, and I thought it was hilarious that they put a little pickleball paddle in it, so I had to get it. You know, there's a ton of really great shirts and hats on here. There's some stuff that you'd be like, well, I guess I could see my grandma or grandpa wearing some of this. Like, tell me a grandpa wouldn't love this hat. Top spun. Anyways, they're always coming out with new designs, so go check them out. They're even just fun to look at. If you see one, go ahead and grab it. I guarantee you're going to find something that's good for you. So once again, head on over to FloridaPickleballClothingCo.com and go get yourself a nice little pickleball shirt. All right, next up, we're going to do men's singles. We're going to start at the round of 32. This is Ben Johns taking on Hunter Johnson. So Ben pickles Hunter in the first. Hunter, close match in the second. We're in game 3 here. Check this point out. Ben all the way on the back. Look at that. Ernie, an ATP wide angle, and then a tweener all in 1 point. Oh, and Hunter can't finish it. So Ben won that match against Hunter. Let's go to his round of 16 match where he's taking on Naveen Beasley. So tight game in game 1. Ben came out on top. Check this point out in game 2. Ben thinks it's over and then, oops, guess I got a little bit more to do. The casual walk-off shot. So now we'll go to the quarterfinal match. Ben taking on Quang Duong. Check this point out. It's 5-4 here in game 2. And then a neck cord. Oh, Ben's so upset. He's like, what do I got to do? Is this Ben or Colin? So it's still 5-4 here. Check this out. Ben serving. He's going to hit a wide angle shot, and then Ben tracks it down, goes back door. What a shot. Fist pumps. He's like, yes, finally, something goes my way. So this game was close, too. It's 10-9 here. Ben's got match point on his paddle. Look at some of these shots. That is right on the line. Ben going to hit a drop. Oh, right in the corner. Wong can't handle the next one. So Ben takes this. He's going to the semifinals. All right, so we'll go to the semifinal now. Ben is taking on Chris Hayworth. So game 1, Chris Hayworth played really well. He's just super consistent, tennis style, hitting his shots from the baseline, and he takes this one 11-4. Chris Hayworth playing with the interesting looking Babolat paddle. Speaking of paddles, check out this. Shout out to Dink Smash Media. There was a hot mic situation once again. This was Todd Foe caught on a microphone talking about how he's freezing paddles in his hotel room to help get around the testing.
I got a lot of these. I don't know if they're gonna pass or not.
They're in the freezer.
I already got 3 cooking in my hotel.
Oh, same. I have 6. I'm like, well, no. Everyone's playing with the same paddle.
So there's kind of a debate going on. Is this cheating? You're just putting your paddles in the freezer. I mean, you do know that this is going to help you with the testing. The idea is basically if you get them cold enough, they get harder and tighter, and then you get them tested as soon as possible. They get passed for the rest of the day, and then as it gets warmer, they expand and loosen up, and then your paddle is basically a lot hotter, no pun intended. So who knows if it makes a difference? I would imagine it does. Even if it didn't, you are doing this in a way to skirt around testing. At the same time, like, what's the rule? You can't keep your paddles in a location that is below freezing point? I mean, I don't know. That doesn't seem like a good way to go about it. Like, if I live in a cold area and I leave my paddle outside, am I freezing my paddle? Regardless, I mean, based off what we're hearing here, it sounds like they know exactly what they're doing. And I don't know. I mean, if they know that this wouldn't pass and that's why they're doing it, yeah, that's pretty bad. I love the comments on here. Jaume says, the fact that you believe that's real blows my mind. I'm pretty sure it is real because even Todd Foe commented. As far as I know, I broke no written rules, and in my opinion, I've done nothing morally wrong. But if you disagree, feel free to rip me a new one in the comments. Smiley face. I mean, holy crap. Look, Jason Aspis, the head of the UPA, wrote a whole 4 paragraphs. Todd Foe, even with another long, huge... I am not reading all this. I'm sorry. If you feel like reading all the comments, go to Dink Smash Media on Instagram. Also, while we're on the subject of paddles, I thought this was hilarious. I noticed this while I was at some of the matches. They were playing the Gen 3 Yola commercial on the court. These paddles are banned. I get it. They're probably just fulfilling the contract that they set out with the advertising, but still a little bit awkward. So game 2, it's 5-2 here, and watch this. Ben is going to continue to get mad at these net cords. Watch this one. Oh, I love it. This is now a John's Brothers thing. So game point here for Ben, it's 10-3. Looking to take game 2 and head to a third game to decide this. That ball's out. So we're going to game 3. So game 3, it's 3-1. Ben's up by 2. Chris makes it to the kitchen line. He's going to slam some balls at Ben. Watch this get from Ben. Somehow pops that up. My goodness, I could never do that. And then finally puts it away. So 3-2 now. Chris is trying to tie this thing at 3. Gonna get that one on the run. Pops it up. Able to get that one lefty. And then Ben hits it in the net. So we're tied at 3. So 5-3 here. 2-point lead for Chris Haworth. Watch these shots. Just ripping. Two-handed backhands. Ben getting everything. And then one goes wide. What a sound. That's Chris Haworth. So we're tied up at 7 here in game 3. This one's getting so close. Chris from the baseline. Trying to drive them in. Gets Ben out wide. And then hits that one on the run. He's pumped. So it's 9-7 now. Can Chris Haworth take down Ben? Look at this. Off the net. And in. Ben is pissed. Look at him talk to himself. Oh, man. So match point for Chris Haworth. Can he beat Ben? He has beaten him once before. Can he do it again here in this semifinal and make it to a gold medal match on Sunday? He does! Takes down the number 2 seed and makes his way to Championship Sunday. Chris Haworth, very impressive. All right, so Chris Haworth defeated the number 2 seed. Now he's got to take down the number 1 seed, Federico Staksrud. So game 1, here we go, 0-0. Watch this point. Fed on his back foot. Just stay back on the baseline. Tracks this one down. We're scrambled. We're running left to right. Chris hits a winner. These guys were all over the place. Chris Haworth in his other matches was just kind of staying back on the baseline, ripping two-handed backhand drives. And look at this. Fed is making him earn it. My goodness, Fed is all over the court. Getting to everything. Tracks this one down. Chris Haworth on the run. Oh, and it ends with a net cord. So game 1 is tight. It is 10-9 here. Can Fed pull off the win? He does. What a beautiful drop. Takes game 1 11-9. So 10-5 here. Chris Haworth with a game point in game 2. Can he pull this off, get to a game 3? Fed's getting all these. Not that one. So he does it. We're going to game 3. So game 3, Chris Haworth up 2-0. Fed serving. Trying to get a point on the board. Look at that get. Fed trying to drive it in there. Little cat and mouse. Backhand. Chris can't get the next one. So 6-4. Fed is down by 2. He has got to come back quick. This one's getting out of hand. Fed making Chris run all over the court. Fed trying to make his way back in. Hits that shot. Drives. Cross court. We got drives going. Back and forth. Backhand. Chris tries the ATP but can't hit it. 6-5 now. So tied up at 6. Fed drives down the line. Hits it. Takes the lead. 7-6. Crowd is loving it. We got a little dance off.
Let's go.
Okay. Is this guy planted in the crowd? I feel like that's not just a normal pickleball fan. I feel like he was a hired dancer. So Chris up 9-7 here. Check this out. He's going to come crashing in. Goes right at Fed. Checks his feet. He's like, am I good? I am. Wow. So can Chris Haworth take down the number 2 seed, then the number 1 seed to earn his first PPA gold medal? He does! What in the world? Chris Haworth comes out of nowhere to get a gold medal in men's singles. Wow, did he earn that one. Took down Ben Johns and Federico Staksrud. You know, it's not too often where somebody will beat Ben and get a gold medal afterwards. On top of that, he ended up taking on the number 1 seed Fed. What a match. I hope this is not a fluke. We may have a clear number 3. And look who's going to present the trophy.
As well as council member Chris Duncan.
Council member? Wait a minute. I thought this guy was the mayor. What, did he get demoted? Best outfit of the weekend from council member. Red shorts, red shirt, sports jacket, flip-flops. He's like, can I chime in? Can I say something? I know I'm not the mayor anymore, but may I say something?
Hey, and Hannah, this is the 13th tournament, but Chris, you're going to find this out as an honorary resident of San Clemente. In San Clemente, you always get lucky, baby, so congratulations. Welcome.
He thought that was going to be cool. That was kind of lame. You always get lucky, baby. Are you saying you didn't deserve it? All right, guys, real quick, I just want to give a quick little plug to the Patreon that I have. If you see value in what I'm doing, consider hopping on here and subscribing to the Patreon. For as little as $5 a month, you can help support what I do. It is a lot of work. I love doing it. But it's little things like this that really just help make it worth it. Plus, I want to build like a little sorry not sorry community here. Quick shout out to the members that we already do have. We got Joanna, Richard, Nick, Jack, Lisa, Jason, Rob M, Eddie, Jeff, Rob M #2, and Retainers for Life. I don't think that's your real name, but anyways, thank you guys all so much for your support. If Patreon's not really your style, but you still want to help support, go ahead and check out the Etsy store. I got a few different items in here. You could rock a shirt or a hat, stuff to wear on and off the pickleball court. The link for both of those is in the description below, so go ahead and check that out. And even if you choose none of the above, I still appreciate you watching. All right, next up, we're going to talk women's singles. We're going to go right to the gold medal match. We've got Catherine Parenteau taking on Leigh Waters. Of course, we get this matchup all the time. I think you know how it's going to go. So 3-2 here in game one. Leigh just up by a single point. Check this shot out from Catherine Parenteau. All the way back on the baseline. Hits that while sliding. So game point for Leigh here in game one. It's 10-5. Check this out. Leigh gonna hit a shot that...
Side out.
Did you hear the audience?
Audience, no give me the calls, please. Player already gave me.
Catherine's so confused. She's like, wait, what? Is that, what happened? I love the ref being like, guys, just, you're not allowed to say the call. I can't really do much, but if you do that, it's just not cool. So another game point for Leigh here on 10-6. She's going to hit the inside out shot. Beautiful looking shot there. Gets it 11-6 for game one. So 7-2. This one's kind of a blowout. 5-point lead for Leigh. Check this shot out from Catherine Parenteau. She's going to give us a little entertainment. ATP. Close call. Leigh says out.
I thought she got that.
Crowd is screaming in. Crowd, audience, you're not allowed to do that. The ref already told you. That's in. So 9-5 now. 4-point game. Catherine inching her way back in. She's going to get forced on that right side. How about another ATP? So match point for Leigh Waters here. It's 10-6. She's going to hit a shot in the net. And so Leigh takes this one 11-6 as well. The triple crown for the weekend. Leigh Waters gets it. I mean, she's just untouchable at this point. I've honestly grown to not like women's doubles and women's singles, especially when Leigh is playing. She's just too good. It's just not really fun to watch because you know what the outcome's going to be. I mean, it is going to be really great when somebody does finally beat her again, but I think it might be a while till we get there. It happened a few times this year, so it's not impossible, but I feel like she's just getting better and better. All right, well, that's going to do it for the highlights of this weekend. But before we end, we got to do another round of Hooks of the Week. All right, Hooks of the Week is brought to you by Close Call Replay. What the heck is Close Call Replay? Well, if you don't know yet, Close Call Replay is the solution to one of the biggest problems we have in pickleball right now. Every week, I see tons of terrible calls. Pickleball is like the only sport where the players are supposed to call if a ball is out of bounds or not. Could you imagine this happening in the NBA? If players had to like call their own fouls? It'd be ridiculous. I mean, it's not much better with the refs, but you get my point. So Close Call Replay is a production company that's offering 240 frames per second video. If you don't know what 240 frames per second is, basically that just means super duper slow-mo. This would give us the ability to really zoom in on a ball and see if it's in or out. This is good for the players. This is good for the leagues. This is good for the referees so they don't just get yelled at all the time. If we want this sport to blow up, this is kind of a necessary step that we got to take. The thing is, right now, these tournaments aren't using Close Call Replay. So that's going to be on us. That's our responsibility. We got to push this from the ground up. So anytime you see a bad call, or anytime you're near somebody and you have a chance to put a little word in somebody's ear that has some influence in the pickleball world, let them know that you want Close Call Replay at these tournaments. The good news is Close Call Replay is going to be the provider of the challenge system at the Beer City Open coming up in 2 weeks. Unfortunately, that's the only tournament they're doing. So when you watch that, I want you to take note of how great it is to have that. And then when you watch the following tournament after, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, wait, why don't we just have that all the time? If you want to learn more about Close Call Replay, go ahead and follow them on Twitter and on Instagram. Link for that is down in the description below. All right, time to get into it. All right, coming in at number 5, we got Donald Young taking on Mota Alhouni. Alhouni? I don't know how to say that. Anyways, it's 8-4 here in the round of 64, and look at that shot.
That wasn't wide. You gotta be kidding me.
You gotta be kidding me. Let's see. Oh, that's so close. I mean, that's just a tough angle. He ends up giving it to him, so he overturns his own call. And then the serve goes long. So is it a ball don't lie situation, Donald Young? Very next point. Check this out. We got another one. Back to back, basically. Look at this. So Donald Young, gonna keep him on the side. Overhead. He's like, wait, what? You're calling that one out too? Let's see. Oh, that looks in. Dude, that is the worst hook we've seen in a while. Look at that. That is absolutely in, not even on the line. He's going to overturn his own call on the other one, but not that one. That is rough. Absolutely got hooked on that. Number 4. We go back to this epic match. Hayden Patriquin and Pablo Tellez taking on Ben and Colin Johns. This was in game 3. It's 10-8 as Ben and Colin are trying to make their comeback. Look at this ball. Back of the baseline. They call it out. The game is tight. The line calls are tight. I mean, of course, no good camera angles. Oh, that looks like it's in. I mean, that's just a tough call to make at that angle. Even if he is looking right at it. Oh, that's for sure in. Oh, look at that. That's in. Colin and Ben with the hook. Coming in at number 3. Look who it is. It's Pablo Tellez again and Hayden Patriquin again. This is in the semifinal match against Jack Monroe and Julian Arnold. They call that out. Julian Arnold asking for an appeal to the ref. Let's see. Oh, that is so in. Oh, bad call by Pablo and Hayden. That is absolutely in. The frame is right on there. It doesn't stop there, though. We get a little payback from Julian Arnold and Jack Monroe. Check this out. Hayden firing. He thinks it's in. They say out. Jack adamant that it's out. So let's see now. Oh, that is in. That's in for sure. Wow. Tried to get some payback. Luckily, the challenge helped. No way Jack saw space there. That is just a blatant hook. Coming in at number 2. Check this one out. This is a rough one. Lacey Schneeman and Pablo Tellez taking on Riley Newman and Leigh Jansen, and that ball is clearly out. Leia's like, did you see that? Wow, the ref overturns it. They're like, no way.
That was way wide. I had a bad view.
He said that was way wide. It was definitely way wide. You don't even need to slow that down to see it. I mean, look how wide this is. It's pretty crazy. Right there. Like, you can't get much more out than that. The other ref comes over and is like, look. That was absolutely a trash call. And you're embarrassing me. You need to overturn this right now. She's like, it was out. My bad. Leia's like, out of curiosity, why did you just change that? I misjudged it, I guess. Wow, very odd. Coming in at the number 1 hook of the week, it's Tyler Leung and James Ignatowicz taking on Deckelbar and Tyson McGuffin. This was an insane match. You might want to go back and watch this entire one. Tyler Leung cheers, thinks it's in. Deckelbar calls it out. Look at it. Oh, I don't know. It's a tough angle, but it kind of looks good from there.
Oh, the crowd. Oh, wow. So the ref isn't going to overturn it because she said she was watching his feet, which is, as you know, pretty much the same.
Tyler's like, you're the only one calling it out. Everybody else is saying it's in. So here's the thing. I was here sitting on the sideline. And when I first saw this shot, I thought that it was out. Deckelbar called it out immediately. He even looks over to the sideline. He's looking at Pablo Tellez, who was right on the line, and he said that it was out. Now, I ended up going on Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it, that night, and some guy on the sidelines had actually posted a video from that view, and from that angle, it did look like it was in. I mean, it was as close as you can get, but still, it definitely looked like it was in. Unfortunately, whoever that guy was, he deleted the video off of Twitter, so we're not even able to view it. But I can tell you, I saw it with my own 2 eyes. The video exists, and it probably was in. All right, well, that's going to do it for our recap of the Orange County Cup. But before we get out of here, let's play a game of Partner Body Bag, winner off the net.
Partner Body Bag, winner off the net. Partner, body bag, winner off the net. Leigh Jansen, winner off the net. Dyson McGuffin, winner off the net. Haley Waters, body bag. James Ignatovich, body bag. Sorry, not sorry, winner off the net. Sorry, not sorry, partner.
All right, partner, body bag, winner off the net. The game where I'm giving 3 people in the pickleball world, and I got to decide who I'd partner with, who I'd body bag, and who I'd hit a winner off the net against. This week, the 3 choices are: number 1, the awkwardly serious dancing guy. Number 2, Misha's dog who was commentating, Mav. And number 3, of course, the mayor, or I guess councilman of San Clemente. All right, who am I going to partner with? Who am I going to body bag? Who am I going to hit a winner off the net against? I'm thinking I definitely can't body bag a dog. That would just be cruel. But I don't think I want to partner with a dog either. I guess if I hit a winner off the net, the dog is going to be just as happy. In fact, it'll probably think we're playing fetch. It'll go get the ball, bring it back to me. It'll think I'm its best friend. I'm going to hit a winner off the net against Mav. But then who do I want to partner with? That awkward dancing guy or the mayor of San Clemente? Screw it. I'm going to partner with the mayor, whatever. What is he? The councilman now, I guess. Can we just call him the mayor? I'm going to partner with the mayor of San Clemente. Because in San Clemente, we get lucky, baby. What was cornier, the dancing guy or that catchphrase? And so then that means that I'm going to body back that dancing guy. So there you have it. I'm going to partner with the mayor of San Clemente. I'm going to body back the awkward dancing guy. And I'm going to hit a winner off the net against the cutest dog ever, Mav. All right, well, that's going to do it for this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, real quick, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Also, make sure you're subscribed to the channel in case you're not already subscribed. You might just rely on the YouTube algorithm to have it just pop up in your feed, but you can't rely on things like that. That's why you should also hit the notification bell. That way, the minute I drop a new episode, you're going to find out about it. Share this episode with your friends. We all got a little pickleball group chat. I guarantee you that probably only 1 out of the 10 people in that group chat watch Pro Pickleball, but maybe we could change that if they were to see this. Also, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this weekend. What was your favorite part? Was there something I missed that you wish that I put in this episode? Definitely give me your answer for partner body bag winner off the net. Is there anybody out there that would body bag the dog? Next week, we have the APP is down in Newport. Definitely going to do an episode on that. The following week is going to be MLP at Beer City Open. Unfortunately, I'm going to be out of town. I'm not going to be able to do an episode. So make sure you just tune in and watch. We got a pretty long break. There's not a whole lot of PPA until next month, but there's a few things in between. When we have an off week, I might try another debate. So more on that in the future. But once again, thanks so much everybody for watching. We'll see you back next week. Take care.
Forgiveness is more than saying sorry. I'm sorry. Forgiveness